I need to meet with you as soon as possible. Yes, it's urgent. That time works for me. Good. I'll see you then.
What was that all about?
I'm going to see a therapist.
Really? Who?
A psychiatrist.
Well, I gathered that. Is it anybody that I know?
She comes highly recommended.
I'm sure she does. Can I see the name, please?
Sure.
Thanks. Louise Winters,
Yes,
the court-appointed psychiatrist who evaluated you and Sonny.
that's right.
Why her?
Because she understands the case, because she knows what I'm dealing with, and I need to start healing.
You're cute when you lie through your teeth.
Michael? I never stopped loving you. Why did you and Dad stop loving me?
We haven't. Honey. Carly? Are you all right? I saw your son. I used to see my little boy all the time. I didn't know you had a son. He was kidnapped and murdered. Oh my God. I know exactly what you're going through.
What if AJ was the guy Rachel was in the relationship with? I mean, what if it wasn't an accident that we were on the same plane? You know, I mean, God, what if Rachel knew who I was before she even got on the plane?
Well, yeah, it's a possibility.
Jax, what if Rachel arranged to sit beside me because AJ told her that I was flying down there? I mean, oh God, what if AJ was her intended victim all along?
Hey.
Are you ready to take a trip to the Bahamas?
Hi.
Hey, you guys. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Doesn't he look great?
Have you had lunch yet?
No. And I have a break coming up, but not for a while.
Well, if it's okay, can I just hang out around here?
Yeah, sure. So what's going on with you? I've got to finish a lab project, so you look really swamped.
Yeah, well, we're short-handed today.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna go check with the PT. Maybe I can get a session in.
That's a good idea.
Nurse Polito, please call the nurse's 911. Nurse Polito, please call the nurse's 911.
Bet it won't be as much fun as the last physical therapy session you had at Windermere.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on. It wasn't hard to figure out that massage was more than therapeutic.
God, I'm really embarrassed, and I'm so sorry. That was rude.
Why?
We thought you were out for the evening.
Oh, please.
But if we made you uncomfortable,
Why would you make me uncomfortable? You and Lucky are my closest and dearest friends, and I'm so happy that you're finding your way back to each other.
Still, we could have been a little more discreet.
Oh, please. I'm happy for both of you. I really am.
Dr. John, please report
Bye.
Dr. John, please report
I'm not being critical, Alexis.
You just called me a liar. I think that's
If you truly want to
critical.
start healing, as
All
you
right,
say,
now
then
you're
you
making fun of
wouldn't
me.
use the court-appointed
I'm
psychiatrist
using Dr.
that evaluated
Winters
you for
because
family
Dr.
court.
Winters understands the circumstances, whereas another therapist may not. She knows what I'm dealing with. She's met with Sonny, and she knows what the court expects Christina to live with.
Okay, you're hoping to win over Dr. Winters to your side, convince her that Sonny is indeed a threat to Christina so that you can refile your petition for sole custody.
How very Machiavellian of me. Of course, I would have to get Dr. Winters to abandon her professional objectivity, her ethics, her job
job and the law.
I'll redirect, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is definitely avoiding the topic at hand.
Opposing counsel.
Look, Alexis, you know all the tricks. You know how to distract and delay. But you also want to just deal with people who see things your way.
Then why would I have married you? See, lacking foundation, counselor.
Look, I'm just afraid that you're going to look unbalanced in front of the eyes of the court.
The eyes of the court are sympathetic toward me. It's the law that's the problem, and there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is try to work on me.
So you're just going to file your petition for appeal?
I'm not ruling that out.
Oh, okay. So what's the sudden urgency for all the therapy?
Aren't you the one that's been hounding me to go to therapy?
You're such a good lawyer. You know that?
I know that I'm deeply in love with my husband. And I know that he loves me too. And he loves Christina. And I know how lucky I am to have her and to have this baby. But I'm dealing with a lousy set of circumstances, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I want to be happy. For our family, for our future. And I thought that's what you wanted to do.
It is what I want more than anything. But I also want to be able to believe you.
And believe me.
It's a little difficult. How am I supposed to do that?
Because I say so. Because I love you.
You know, I would love to loll around the beach in a bikini, sipping pina coladas and slathering you with sunscreen.
It sounds good, but that's not what this trip is going to be about.
I know. We're going to find Michael, right?
That's right, Stan. Trace Faith's credit card charges to the Tropic Imperial Hotel. It shows that she'd stayed there several times before Michael was kidnapped.
Okay, so we're going to go to the Bahamas, stay in a fancy hotel, I'm sure, and retrace Faith's steps and hopefully find Michael.
When Faith came back to Port Charles, she came directly from that hotel.
Well, Jason, for all we know, she dreamt this whole kidnapping plot up on the beach. Maybe her accomplice is still staying at that same hotel with Michael.
There's two things, okay? I need to find out if Faith stayed there alone and who came to see her.
Are you going to tell Sonny and Carly about this?
Not yet. I mean, I could tell Sonny, but Carly could do something crazy, and whoever's got Michael could disappear.
Okay. All right, I get it. As long as Faith's accomplice believes that we think that Michael is dead, then Michael will be safe.
That's right.
Jax, what if Rachel and AJ knew each other in the Bahamas way before he even called me?
Okay.
I mean, maybe they had an affair or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Of course, if you're dealing with AJ, he doesn't have affairs. He always has an agenda, which always ends up being disastrous for anyone who gets involved with him. I should know.
Well, at least your tastes have improved.
Lucky me.
Okay, so, Rachel finds out what kind of guy AJ is, and then she just...
She kills him? I mean, Jax, I know AJ can be infuriating, but come on.
Yeah, murder is a big step in any relationship.
Oh, I agree. I mean, why not just dump him, right?
Well, you know, Rachel's a little unstable.
Yeah, there's that. AJ's infuriating, but still.
Okay, so what do you think would make Rachel want to kill someone?
Maybe AJ dumped her.
It's never nice.
Do you think that would be enough for her to want to kill him?
Stephen dumped her. She wanted to kill him.
Good point.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's a lot simpler than love. Maybe it's got something to do with money, you know? Maybe they were business partners. Maybe they planned to split the profits of the money that AJ was going to extort from you.
And the deal fell apart when I refused to pay up.
Right. Maybe AJ even backed out before then.
Okay, all right, so then Rachel thinks, here's her one chance to kill this jerk and blame it on the ex-wife.
Well, it makes sense.
All right, what about the second part? I mean, do you really think that Rachel honestly thought that I would kill Steven Weber?
Well, maybe that was just a secondary consideration, you know, worth asking, but not essential.
Or maybe she was just trying to catch me off guard. I mean, maybe she was trying to get me to focus on refusing to kill Steven instead of trying to prove that she killed AJ.
I'm sure we can sort that out. Just gonna make a phone call.
Who are you calling?
Someone who can tell us if AJ and Rachel actually ever met.
I was a hyper-ambitious attorney working with a fancy firm in D.C. Very high dollar, super political, 60, 70 hours a week, fast-tracked partner, the whole routine, and I loved it. And then my son was born. And my priorities changed, and like that, I thought the whole fast-track thing was ridiculous. And I just stopped arranging my life around my conference calls, and I thought the whole mommy track was, it was worth everything that I lost, and I lost a lot. I started working part-time.
What about your husband?
I was single. I planned to raise Jamie on my own.
How'd you lose him?
It was summer, and it was Kids' Day at this little amusement park that we would go to in Maryland. And I thought the place was really safe. We used to go there all the time. And that day it was really packed. And my little guy wanted cotton candy, so I reached into my purse for $1 and I let go of his hand, I swear, for only about 60 seconds, and he was gone.
Did you ever find him?
Yeah, the police found his body a couple days later.
Reese, why didn't you ever say anything?
Because I don't like to bring Jamie into my work. But I've broken so many rules in this case. Anyway, Carly, when the shock wore off and the grief really kicked in, I could see my little boy everywhere. I saw him in his room. I saw him in the kitchen. I saw him sailing his little boats on the pond at the park. And everywhere I looked, there he was.
Did he speak to you?
No. But I can still hear him laugh sometimes.
Do you still see him?
I haven't seen him for a very long time.
Why not?
Because I can't picture his face anymore.
You can't.
I guess the stronger the grief, the stronger the image. And he gradually started to fade. I'm not even sure when it happened.
If I couldn't picture my little boy, I would not be able to live.
Well, that's why I didn't want to talk to you about Jamie, because my experience will be very different from yours.
So you joined the FBI because of your son, didn't you?
I needed a reason to keep living, and well, corporate law wasn't it. So now I look for other people's kids. And most of the time, I'm successful. But if I could see my little guy's face, like you see Michael, Carly, I would give anything. Treasure these visions. Welcome them.
You don't think I'm crazy?
I think you're Michael's mom. And you always will be.
Thanks. Thanks for, telling me all of this.
Sure.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I've said anything awful. I'm sure I have.
It's okay. I understand.
Agent Marshall?
Yeah.
I lied to you before. I saw Jason Morgan running up the stairs at the Metro Court. And I heard him give orders to the men who did the shooting. I saw Jason Morgan running up the stairs. And I saw him in the room where it happened. He told the men not to kill everyone, no matter what Sonny Corinthos had ordered. He said one of the women was Sonny's sister.
Anything else?
No.
So did you recognize Jason Morgan in the lineup?
Yes.
So why didn't you say anything?
I was afraid.
Even though I had offered you witness protection.
That won't be enough.
Why did you come forward now?
All you have to do is go to Agent Marshall and ID Jason Morgan.
My son.
Has somebody threatened to hurt Diego?
No.
Are you sure?
I can't raise my son to have courage unless I show some of my own.
Thanks for coming again.
Not a problem. Mr. Durant, I don't appreciate seeing my son in handcuffs.
Well, possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute is a very serious charge, especially in the state of New York. Are you aware of the Rockefeller drug laws?
That stuff was planted.
The charges will be dropped very soon.
Don't be so sure.
Where did you find the alleged marijuana?
In his backpack.
And why was his property searched? Are you aware of the concept of probable cause?
Don't worry, we'll sort that out in court.
I didn't do anything, I swear.
Can you even prove that the substance was marijuana?
All lab tests are being done as we speak.
And that begs the real question. Why would a federal prosecutor set up a teenage boy for a drug bust?
I'm a private investigator is one of the best.
Well, if you can prove that AJ and Rachel knew each other in the Bahamas, then we'll have something to go on. Hey, you're on your way out. But I can stay.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, Carly, I'm glad you're here. Just please stay.
Yeah, I'll call you later. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Carly, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for all you've lost.
Courtney, was I a good mother to Michael? Tell me the truth.
Carly, you are a wonderful mother.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Did something happen?
You're gonna think I'm crazy. But Michael's reaching out to me. I saw him, Courtney, more than once.
Break?
Yeah, but we need to make it quick. How was physical therapy?
Not as good as last time.
That's pretty much what Emily said, too.
She knows?
She swears she's happy for us, but, you know, she's trying a little too hard.
I noticed. About everything.
What are we gonna do, Lucky? We push too hard, she gets upset, but we can't pretend like nothing happened.
Well, maybe she'll feel safer if we are back together.
I don't know. I think seeing us together and happy is gonna make her feel more alone.
She needs Nicholas now more than that.
You know they suspended his visitors, which means Emily can't see him. But I think she's happy because now she doesn't have to tell him about the rain.
She will eventually.
Sooner the better. Emily desperately needs to confide in somebody she trusts.
Do you know Cassandra? She was a Greek goddess that was given the gift of prophecy and the curse of knowing that her warnings of impending doom would be ignored. That's how I feel. I keep telling everyone who will listen that Sonny is a danger to my daughter, but nobody hears me. Why doesn't anybody hear me? They won't listen. everything, including my husband. It's amazing how much I've grown to love my husband. And I know that he loves me deeply, as he does my daughter. But he wants me to behave as if everything's okay. He wants me to behave as if Sonny is living a normal life, as if all children should be surrounded by bodyguards, and that it's okay for fathers to keep guns in their desks or in their pockets. He wants me to pretend that Sonny is really a coffee importer and that my sister didn't die because of him and that Christina is not in danger when she's around him. My God. She was kidnapped from his home, and her brother was murdered because of one of his enemies. He shot an entire family in cold blood in the middle of a restaurant. And I can't get anybody to care. Why won't anybody hear me? If I protest, they act as if I'm stark raving mad. They want me to make it okay, but it's not okay. It's not okay. Which is why that I'm here. I need help. And I need it now.
The lab report on the marijuana found in Diego's backpack.
It's oregano, sir.
Oregano? I don't believe it.
Oregano? Oh, can you imagine that?
Remove the handcuffs immediately.
Go ahead.
I'd like a moment with Mr. Durant. Yeah, I bet you would. You owe my son an apology.
Hey, mistakes happen all the time. Diego, my apologies.
You obviously set up this so-called bust to frighten Diego's mother into making a new statement about the Sandoval murders.
Ah, so you're admitting that Miss Sanchez saw Jason Morgan on the scene. She can tie the shooting stick ring?
Maria already made a complete statement about what she saw. You were not so subtly pressuring her to lie. I believe the legal term for that is suborning perjury.
Ooh, you're better educated than the average drug lord, aren't you?
I have connections that reach far beyond you, Mr. Durant. If you continue to harass my son, I will use them.
I'll tell you what. You do whatever you gotta do. Just don't leave town. That goes for you, too.
Diego.
Adios, muchachos.
That was a cheap stunt. Even for you.
All right, so I made a mistake on a drug bust. It happens all the time.
You expect me to believe that?
I really don't care what you
But planting oregano on an innocent kid, that's absurd.
Why would a teenage kid be carrying oregano around in his backpack anyway? Hey, maybe he wants to become a chef.
Oh, come on, Durant, you're so transparent. You're abusing the power of your office by pressuring a witness to make
Our
a false
job
statement.
is to catch the bad guys, to get
Really?
organized crime off the street. That's
by
right.
harassing an innocent kid.
Your brother ordered the murder of 9 people in public places, including
That's
a
what this is
hospital. That is
about.
exactly what this is about. Maybe you don't want to do anything about it. I will.
Look, if Maria Sanchez should suddenly change her statement, any good attorney get it thrown out of court.
And any good district attorney should be able to make sure that it sticks.
That doesn't sound promising.
So what's the status on the Sandoval shootings? You made any progress at all?
No, not yet.
Hey, thanks again for getting me released.
Yeah, you should have never been arrested.
Okay, Maria, my mother's really worried about all this.
I'll speak to her.
Okay, but what if it's too late? If she ID'd Jason Morgan, will he and Sonny come after her to keep her from
Diego,
testifying?
I will talk to your mother. I want you to stay out of it.
Hey, you knew I was framed from the start, didn't you?
Of course you were framed.
And even before the lab results came back.
There was no question.
Why were you so sure?
I trust you.
Thanks. You know, Carly, I think about Michael a million times a day. I do. Every time I eat a ginger snap, every time I see little boys running on the dock.
But you've never seen him.
He wasn't my son. Oh, Courtney, it's so strange.
It's like when I see Michael, he's really there. It's not like it's some reflection. It's not like it's some image, something that's vague. It's not a spirit. He was there. He was just sitting on the swings and he needed me.
You ever heard of phantom pain?
You mean when amputees can still feel their limbs, even though they've been cut off?
The nerve ending is still active because it doesn't understand that the limb is gone.
Like my heart can't understand that Michael's gone.
It's possible.
But Courtney, I could hear him. I could hear him, and he said to me, "I never stopped loving you, Mommy. Why did you stop loving me?" I heard him like I hear you right now. And then Reese showed up. I turned away for a split second. I turned back, and then he was gone.
God, Carly, that must have been heartbreaking for you.
How could I stop loving Michael? How could I possibly stop loving him?
You couldn't save him, so you probably feel guilty.
I feel guilty every single day. Every day I think about how I could have done something differently. But I never stopped loving him. I don't know, it's like I let Michael down. I don't know, it's like he needs something from me. And God knows what it is.
Are you leaving town?
What do you want?
Jason Morgan. Man, a few words who gets right to the point. Only answers questions he likes.
Do I need to call my lawyer?
Not on my account. Maybe you've just lost your touch. Do you ever think of that? Maybe you're just not qualified for this job anymore. Sonny's enforcer, the man who eliminates the problems. Sonny trusts you with his life. But look where he is now. Are you just bored with your job, Jason? Maybe you're just burnt out. Did Michael's death destroy your professionalism?
You start making sense, you can leave.
When you terminated the Sandoval's, why did you allow yourself to get caught?
Viola has taken Christina to story time, and then they're going out for hot chocolate, so that leaves us hours.
I guess I don't have to ask how therapy went.
It was cathartic.
You all right?
I don't know. Kind of.
Need I ask what you're doing here?
I'm hoping to see Michael again.
To us.
To our family.
To our future and getting our lives back.
The sooner the better.
I gotta get done.
Later.
I have to. I'm the boss.
Learn how to delegate.
Well, I will delegate. Just a minute. Hold that right. Stop. Nancy.
Rick, Logan, Durant ordered an internal investigation.
For what, the fake drug bust?
Yes, sir.
What's to investigate? There's no case. You know what? As of right now, there is no investigation either. Okay, Logan? Tell him that. Bye.
Do I even want to know?
That's John Durant. He faked a drug bust on Diego Sanchez to try to pressure his mother, Maria, to ID Jason as one of the shooters in the Sandoval hit.
Is the woman withholding evidence?
Well, as far as I know, Look, she saw somebody run up the stairs at the Metro Court. I'm sure it was Jason, but there's no way that we can prove that. He was running away from her, and there's no way we can positively ID him.
Maybe she was intimidated into keeping silent.
The only intimidation is coming from Durant. He's completely obsessed with Sonny.
Seems to be going around.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we can come up with something better to talk about, don't you? Or do?
I'd like that.
We support your efforts against Sonny Corinthos. We agree he must be stopped. What do you need to take him down once and for all?
I'm seeing Michael. It's more than grief. I'm sure of it, Lorenzo. I don't know why, but I'm sure of it.
All right. What do you think it means?
I don't know. But it scares me. I had such bad postpartum depression when Michael was born. I left him for a month with Jason. And when I came back, I couldn't even hold him. I was so scared. I didn't know how to take care of a little baby, and anytime he cried, I just would panic. I'd go into such a panic, and I'd yell for Jason. I can't do that anymore. You know, I have to stay calm, and I have to be patient.
Was Michael crying when you saw him?
No. But he was so sad. It's like his heart was broken. He said, I never stopped loving you, Mommy. Why'd you stop loving me?
That's what Michael said at the time.
He'll tell me what he needs. If I stay calm. And I wait, and I will. Lorenzo, for as long as it takes. Michael will come to me, and he will tell me what he needs me to do.
Courtney,
I'm so glad to see you.
everything okay?
Yeah. Just Carly needs a friend right now, and I have no idea how to help her.
What happened?
She thinks that she's seeing Michael. And today he asked her why she stopped loving him.
Michael's speaking to her?
Carly thinks that he needs her help, and she doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You just gotta keep being a good friend and try to keep her in touch with reality.
Speaking of, how did it go with the private investigator?
Oh, the meeting with the detective went well. Yeah, he can prove that Rachel was not coming back from a vacation when she was sitting next to you on that plane.
Really?
Yeah, she'd been living in the Bahamas for at least 6 months.
Did she know AJ?
Well, we don't have proof, but it's a distinct possibility.
So they could have met and had an affair.
And then had a serious falling out. If we can prove that, then maybe we can prove that Rachel planned AJ's murder.
Call my lawyer.
You're not under arrest. At least not yet. Hell, I haven't even warned you not to leave town. Maybe it's me who's falling down on the job here, Jason. I should arrest you without question. Not just for shooting those men, but just for being sloppy. Why did you allow yourself to be seen? Why did you leave a trail of evidence that leads directly back to Sonny?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Sonny is wild with grief. He's out of his mind, not thinking clearly. And yet you allowed him to order the Sandoval hit. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you protect him? And if you couldn't, why did you botch the job? Why did you give me enough evidence for an indictment?
An indictment for what?
You're good, Jason. Why didn't you just stay at the playground dedication? Why did you let somebody see you running up the stairs just moments before the shooting? I think I know. I think you were protecting your ex-wife. Because Courtney wasn't supposed to be at the restaurant at the time, but when you found out that she was there, you had to stop the shooters because they were told to leave no witnesses. You know, you're guilty of doing too little, too late. Why didn't you just stop this whole thing before it started? You were the only one capable of doing that. The only one who could protect Sonny from himself. But you didn't. You didn't. And now it's on me.
You think you have a case? Why haven't you arrested me and Sonny?
I can't.